It's Brad, and today I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. I'm going to try Dubai chocolate. I know it was a popular trend, last year, I guess. I want to see what it's all about, and then I'm going to cook something. So it's not as green as the picture. Let's see. Although on camera they do kind of look like the same shade. It looks greener in this picture. Milk chocolate with crispy neffa and pistachio cream. It kind of reminds me of a Rice Krispie Crunch bar. I'm not getting a lot of pistachio. So that's good. It's all right. I don't know if it's an $8 bar of chocolate good, but it's pretty good. Let me see what my dad thinks. Try it.
Okay, I got my Dubai chocolate. Never had it.
Milk chocolate with crispy naffa and pistachio cream.
It's okay. It's got something crispy in it. Tastes pretty good.
Oh no.
Thank you.
It doesn't taste like pistachio?
No.
No. Does it remind you of a Nestle Crunch bar, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Mom, do you want to try these? Give us your thoughts. No. Okay. I don't know. I don't think this was the original one. I'm not gonna go out and try a bunch. I don't know what the original one was. There's somebody else selling Dubai chocolate in the mall, and those are like $14 a chocolate bar, and they look like they're even smaller. So I know what I kind of have a rough estimate of what these are now, and I'm gonna make a Dubai chocolate treat here with more pistachio flavor, I think. So what I thought these would remind me of is because at Sam's Club around Christmas time they have like these like Christmas gift boxes of treats, and it was like a baklava one, and the crispy naffa is made of the same. It's phyllo dough, and it's made of the same stuff as baklava. And there was like a pistachio one. It kind of had like a bird's nest thing going on, and this kind of looks like that. So I was imagining that with chocolate, and I guess it kind of is if you chopped up the nest into more like baby bird food or something. Anyway, it reminds me most of like a Nestle chocolate bar, which is one of my favorites. Anyway, let's get started making a fancy treat. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take some raw pistachio kernels I bought in bulk. And I'm going to boil them for a few minutes, like 5 minutes. And supposedly the skin comes off. They don't have much of a skin, but there is just a little papery skin on them. And it's supposed to keep, you're supposed to blend this up, and it's supposed to keep it greener. And greener is, it's for the looks. So that's what I'm going to do. And with some water. It should also soften them up for blending to a smooth consistency. I weighed them out, it's like 125 grams. I have like a rough estimate. I looked up some recipes and I have like a rough estimate of what I'm going to do. And you're going to find out as I go along here. I'm still making this up, but it's going to be kind of a nice dessert. So next I've got pistachio flavored Jell-O, kind of. Pistachio flavor is made with almonds. So a long time ago, before I was, I guess, born, pistachios used to come from the Middle East. And I can remember when I was a kid, pistachios were still like double the price for the amount that you'd get compared to today. Pistachios have really dropped in price because they're growing them in Arizona, New Mexico, and California. They didn't used to be able to grow there. I've kind of wanted to plant pistachios here, but I'm afraid that it's too humid for pistachios to grow. They're kind of picky, and they like it hot and dry, but not humid. And it's hot and dry and humid here, so it probably won't work. They'd probably mold, and that won't work for us. Anyway, that's a little story on pistachios. America has increased their pistachio production quite a bit, and it's brought down prices for us. But Jell-O flavor is still kind of fake pistachio flavor, but it's probably iconic for anyone that is used to it. And actually, if you've ever had pistachio ice cream, you've probably had, or like pistachio pudding, you probably had what is fake pistachio flavor, and it most likely comes from almond extract, or an extract that would also pass as a label for almond extract, because it's a little bit complicated. It comes from stone fruit, a flavoring that comes from stone fruit. I've heard apricot pits also give off an almond flavor. I think it's a cherry-like flavor. I'm going to use some of this. Very similar to cherries, almonds, and pistachios. It does kind of have a pistachio-like flavor, but it doesn't taste like a pistachio nut. And I wonder if that's all marketing. It must not be entirely marketing. There must be some common chemical flavor there, but anyway, I'm rambling. 2 cups of milk, 1 packet of pistachio pudding. This for how long did it say? 2 minutes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. I've whisked up the pistachio pudding. You can kind of see it'll set further and over the course of 5 minutes in the fridge. I also added about 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond extract to give it more flavor. You can tell that this is short a lot of the flavors of pistachio, but it's a for $1 a packet. You know, it's pretty good, but you can here. So I made this yesterday, which is part pistachio cream, part whipped cream, and part pistachio jello. And in my pistachio cream, because it's going into Dubai chocolate, I also included some tahini, which is ground sesame, and I really like it. And even though you can't taste, I can tell you that this has a much fuller pistachio flavor than the pudding alone, which I didn't try, but I need a new spoon. It just is kind of empty, you know. It's not bad, but it's missing a lot of stuff. So this is what I want for my dessert. Something similar to this. I've got a few different ideas in my head, but this might be one of the things I stick with. So pistachio pudding does have like a few, like maybe 3 slivered pistachios in it. There isn't a lot, but there are a few real pistachios in pistachio pudding. You can kind of see maybe some of the little bits. I don't want to spill it. Anyway, so it's also been about 5 minutes of boiling these. I'm going to strain them. I could just rub the skins off with a towel. So that's what I'm going to try. So the pistachios are so dry they're almost papery on the outside. They come in like a hard shell. Here's the after boiling. So there's the shell and there's the paper. It's even more obvious if I have had some in the shell. Supposedly, pistachios can spontaneously combust, especially in big stacks. That might be a myth, but that is something I've heard. And it has to do with, I guess, pistachio sellers selling carts of pistachios that get lit on fire. They're also high in oil. It might be a myth, but I have read that somewhere. So I'm going to peel these and then I'll show you how to make the cream. Okay, I have my 125 grams of pistachios peeled pretty well. Maybe I could have done just a little bit better of a job. It's kind of a pain. They're very green. It amounts to about a cup. Here are their skins. Yeah. So, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in, let's see, can you see it? The food processor. I'm going to blend them up. I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter. Probably I should use sweet cream. Probably. It should also be room temperature, but I don't have it yet. I don't have it there yet. So I'll just rely on it coming up to temperature pretty quick. Aside from butter, you can add any kind of oil. Olive oil is what I was thinking, or avocado oil, or I doubt that you have a bottle of pistachio oil, but that would probably be the best thing. So there's butter. I'm going to add some tahini, and I'm thinking about adding some cashew butter as well, because they're in the style of the Dubai chocolate. They're going to change the color though. I kind of want to hold off on that, but they're also thin enough that it would work. I could use sesame oil, thin enough to help the texture of the paste come out better. I could also add cream. Anyway, I'm still thinking about exactly how I'm going to do it, but here, I'll let you know what I end up doing. So after 10 minutes, and I added some powdered sugar, and I ended up adding a little bit more butter and some olive oil and a little bit of cream. And I get like a paste, a thick paste, almost like dough, or like maybe peanut butter or something. I did add the cashew butter. I added a tablespoon of cashew butter and a tablespoon of tahini. Oil keeps wanting to settle out a little bit. It's really smooth. And it tastes a lot like pistachio. I mean, it's mostly pistachio. With the fullness, the full, rich, and nutty taste, not just the artificial cherry flavor. It's got the whole rounded thing. But it's probably too thick to be used by itself like this. So I probably will mix some with the pudding, and I'll use that to top the dessert, I think, or as a filling for a dessert. We'll find out. Okay, so I have the beginnings of my dessert. It's a chocolate chip waffle, Belgian waffle, that I first made in the waffle maker, and then I air fried it to get it a little extra crispy. So on top of that, it's going to get a generous dollop. If I was trying to get really fancy, I would pipe this probably, but I'm not. So a generous dollop of our pistachio pudding, berry pistachio pudding. It would look better piped. It always does. And then some strawberries. Yeah, this would need some work too. And then a chocolate drizzle, but you see, it all kind of came out kind of just poured out onto the waffle. This is why you need, squeeze bottles and piping, and you need to really to make it look as good as it's going to taste. That's a small dessert, And it's pretty nice tasting. Rich chocolate, it's dark chocolate, it's crunchy waffle. And a very pistachio pudding. And the sharp brightness from the strawberries helps balance everything. Maybe I'll take a picture of one better looking. Anyway, thanks for watching.